How do I not be live yet? Damn it. I guess we're going live, Gito. I wasn't ready for that.
Why, it's already on?
Yeah, like when you click it on that one, it just goes, apparently. Apparently, it just goes. Excellent connection, it's saying. We got chats. Boom, boom, boom. How do I get, I gotta share it. We want to share it, copy it. Facebook. Hopefully that'll get it going, right? I don't know if that'll help, but we'll try. We've never done real good on YouTube Live, really. That's why we haven't been doing it that way. But yeah, here we are, YouTube Live in it. Do you see us on there or no?
I'm looking.
All right. Do. 83806-8. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's right here. I don't know what just happened. This is crazy. I don't like that it just like makes you do it. You know what I mean? Like the other one, you can prep for it and then hit send. You know what I mean? Then you go. This one, not so much. This one is not doing well. Let me. I'm gonna do one more real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and log it into my personal account. Share it there too. See if it helps. If you go grab the link and share it on your personal page, and that way anybody who wants to see it will be able to see it, you know. But it'll have to be on YouTube. It's just the way it's going to have to be, I guess. All right. I guess we'll start recording now. Here we go. You got your light on? We're number one.
Wait, Jimmy, this is being a cheap ass. You know, I'm like, damn.
You heard it here first.
Right,
Joe Rogan
right,
listens
Joe
to our podcast first.
Right, we're the best. You know, they say people that cuss are morons. So I'm an honest motherfucker. Put the fish away, Reggie.
It don't even hurt to give birth anymore.
Not for me.
Nothing to it. Okay, let's do it. Come on. I'm ready. I want to do it.
I wear a phone. I got one on right now. You want to see?
Jimmy and Gee. Madhouse Bar Talks, baby.
That's just a bunch of shit, if you ask me. That ain't make no sense.
Morning, Super Bowl Sunday. You excited?
Not really.
Did you see what your boy Musk is doing?
What?
He spent $40 million to run 3 Super Bowl commercials.
Oh, here we go.
Explaining what Doge did. Or what they found. What they found. That's what it is. What they found.
So what was some of the stuff they found?
I don't know. I haven't seen the suit. We're going to see it tonight. Everybody's excited to watch it.
Well, I figured you was all on it.
Oh, you mean what do we know that they found? I thought you meant like what was the commercial going to say? No. Yeah, I could show. I got a list here.
I'm sure you do.
I got a list of good stuff here. What do we have here? Boom, boom. Let's pull you over there. All right. So, this is that USAID. Of course, I'm sure everybody has probably seen this all over the internet already. But here's the list I got right here. And I'm looking at it on screen right now. We got $7.9 million to teach Sri Lankan journalists how to avoid binary gender language.
How much was they pay for that?
$7.9 million. $7.9 million.
Okay.
$20 million for a new Sesame Street show in Iraq.
I see that one.
Someone said you could get Tom Cruise to do a Sesame Street for $20 million. I was laughing. I'm like, yeah, it's probably true. And then we've got $4.5 million to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan. 4.5 million. Disinformation. What does that even mean? Like, is it going to be how they combated it here, where they freaking just whatever politically made sense to them?
I don't know.
We got 1.4 million for the art of inclusion, people with disabilities. So, I mean, it's wild. It's really wild. We've got $2 million for sex change LGBT activism in Guatemala.
Oh no, they should keep that.
In Guatemala?
Yeah.
Why just in Guatemala?
I don't know, just keep it.
Well, you know, it's funny. There was a guy on Rogan, Mike Bees or something like that. I forget. He was on there. Like Benz.
Supporting that stuff?
No, he said that's literally, they do that just to interrupt like other countries. Like they do stuff to interrupt other countries, I guess. Like supposedly, I don't know how true it is. That almost sounds like an excuse for doing dumb shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just wasteful.
It seems like it's wasteful to me. They got 10 million went to USAID for funding people, but it was Al Qaeda that was actually funding the meals for them. So you start to get it. There's a bunch. The list is here. If anybody wants, I'm sure everybody's seen most of this on here. But most of it, the thing I don't understand is most of it was trying to promote LGBTQ or whatever. Like, why? Why is that the thing that's so freaking like, let's promote gayness? Like, I don't get why that's so important to the country that you just try to get gayness all over the country.
Well, if you were going to be a part of something. Just kidding.
That's gay.
I just don't understand it, and I don't want to understand it. Let's put it that way.
It's wild, yeah. It's wild. But he's going to put out the thing saying what all they discovered during this, whatever you want to call it, this Doge interrupt. That USAID is the biggest one so far that went crazy. They like closed it. I saw a thing. They were actually taking the signs off the building.
Wow.
The USAID, you know, people said that the groupies got with them are like a bunch of like kids, like just young, like tech savvy kids, you know, like young
They're
college
the future
kids.
of the world anyways.
But one of them's his nickname is Big Balls, and that's everybody keeps talking about Big Balls. They're like,
Oh, he's a celebrity now.
Elon Musk and Big Balls. I'm dying laughing with this shit. Musk is like he's too much with this craziness. But yeah, he's gonna run an ad. He's gonna run a damn 3 commercials, $40 million, his own money. To show, and they said he's like sleeping on the floor, and the dude's like an animal, man. He's attacking it with the same vigor that he did SpaceX. You know what I mean? That's pretty amazing, actually. And people are unhappy with the fact there's like all these people on there. They're like, oh, Elon Musk is now gonna have my social security number and credit information. It's like, the fuck out of here with your 660 score. What the fuck does he care?
Wow, they got theirs that high.
It's like, what the hell is he going to do with that credit information? Like, it's just the most bizarre. And then the worst thing is these people that are going, they don't have the right to question what the money. And it's like, what the hell, dude? Aren't you the same people that every year make us show exactly what we spent on what? And if you don't do it in the sequence and keep all the receipts, then you charge us for it? Like, fuck you.
Yeah, crazy ass fines that don't even make sense.
Well, silly things too, like my Uncle Dale. Like, this is a perfect example. My Uncle Dale sold, like a few houses or whatever, and then he bought a few houses the next year, but he didn't do it within the same year. So he had to pay taxes on all these earnings for houses that he had sold for gains taxes. And the next year he spent it all, spent money to buy it. So he lost all this tax revenue just because it wasn't done in the same year or whatever. But yet they're going to treat us like, you know what I'm saying? They're going to treat us like, oh, you can't look at what we're spending money. I think they should have the whole thing online. I think when they're registered, like, how I have QuickBooks or whatever, they should have a register like that's online in real time. When they click send to send a payment, we should see it immediately, right when it happens. I think that's how it should be. I think there should be a .gov website that shows every department should have that.
Yeah, you could probably go down there and get it in public records anyways. So.
There should be one department that's allowed to spend money we can't see, that's private, but I think that that money should get sent through if the Pentagon is sending money out, it should go to that one department. That department's the only one that should be not allowed, but there could be we'd still see the Pentagon or whoever sent the payment to that department, and that's the only department, because I can understand in wartime you don't want them to see that you just did this or did that. Maybe that's a possibility. That's the only thing that I could see could be an excuse to not show us exactly what you spent every goddamn dime on. Every one of them. I want to know. I want to see everything right in real time. And I'm not going to go look. But there's people out there, dude, that'll look. But people will go look. You'll hear about it if they fuck up. That'll happen. That'll really keep them honest. I think it's a good idea. I think that's how it should be. The register should just be online, period. We could see it anytime we want. Bam. I think that'd be the only way to go, in my opinion, anyway.
No, there's some sense to that.
I don't know what's going on with Facebook this morning. For anybody that's following us, we're on YouTube this morning. The reason we're on YouTube is that I went to go on Facebook this morning and it would not accept the stream key, it accepted and it worked fine. It just was not showing up on Facebook for us to go live. So I went ahead and put it on YouTube, and but this has never worked for us very good in the past for views, so that kind of sucks. But it is on. I mean, if you go to Facebook, it's there. I mean, the people will see it, that it's there, but it just kind of sucks that they're not going to be, you know what I mean? They're not going to get to it in time to get to see it, and we're not going to get the views like we always do, which sucks.
I'm not getting it on YouTube either.
It's on there, I think. Somebody's on there.
I didn't get it.
Did you click on through Facebook?
No.
Click on it through Facebook. Go to Facebook and click on it. And the link's there. You should be able to just...
I got it.
Yeah. All right, good. And then that way... So, I mean, that kind of sucks. We like to do it the same way, but for some reason, something's going on with Facebook, and it's just not working today. So, hopefully, they'll get that corrected, and we can be back on Facebook next week like we always are. Or maybe you guys can just click the link and subscribe, and we can get enough people that subscribe on YouTube that we could just start doing it on YouTube. I think I'd rather do it on YouTube, honestly. It just makes everything smoother at the end of the broadcast. It just makes everything smoother for us. But anyways, Super Bowl Sunday. Who you got? You think it's going to be the Eagles or Kansas City?
I want the Eagles.
You don't want Kansas City, huh? You don't want to see that three-peat?
Nah. What about you?
I mean, I would like to see the Eagles, but I mean, I think it's going to be a three-peat. And I think it's kind of cool that there's going to be a three-peat, actually, the possibility of it. And, I mean, it's, a local Travis Kelce. We like Travis, and, Jason's not on Eagles no more, so it doesn't matter. We started carrying that garage beer this week now. We're carrying that. Yeah. Garage beer. It's pretty good.
You like it?
I like it a lot, actually. I like it a lot.
Is it just one flavor or two?
We've got the two of them here. We've got the regular and the lime. It's just beer, but it's got a Bud Light lime or whatever, kind of like that.
And how's that one?
They're both really good. I mean, honestly, I would drink them. I have no issues. I think they're really good, actually. And we also put that Gito that we had on last week, the broadcast we did last week, we put that in the bar, and we're selling that now. And we have it on DoorDash. There was some issues with DoorDash with the photo. They don't like the photo she had. So she sent me another one. I got to go on there and try and get that one on there.
Who didn't like it?
DoorDash didn't like the photo. Like, they're so weird. You put photos up and they're like, this one's rejected. And it's like, why is it rejected?
Yeah,
it is an exact photo of my food.
That's so corny.
Oh, they're like, you can't take it too close. You can't do that. There's like all kinds of silly rules that go. And I don't know who the hell reviews it, but they denied it either way, one way or the other. It got denied. And I don't understand why it got denied, but it definitely got denied. But it is on there, and it went through on the other apps, on Grubhub and Uber Eats. It's on there, the photo.
You should deny them.
DoorDash?
Hell yeah.
I feel like that's going to be our big sells, like on that to-go sales. I think DoorDash will go bigger than the rest of them.
You think?
I think so. I have a feeling it will be. I mean, we're aiming towards trying to get more of that going on, the DoorDash and Grubhub and Uber Eats, to try and help offset some of the costs of the kitchen, you know what I mean? Because right now the place is profitable except the kitchen. So you want to try and get that going. I had to cook again.
When?
This kid Jermaine, he keeps calling off, not showing up. I can't deal with it no more. I think I'm going to finish that's another thing. So I'm going to finish this little bit I got, that thing that you screwed me on this week. Yeah. You really did a number on me.
Oh, my God, here we go.
No, you did. I'm on my way to go do it. I'm going to go. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to do this job. You go, just don't do it, and I'll go with you tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, that'll work, because tomorrow I'll have help. I'll get it all done. It'll be easy. Mm-hmm. This is going to be perfect. Next morning, ghost. I text you like 6 in the morning.
You're a lie.
Yes, I'll show you. No, I'll show you the text.
It's 10 o'clock.
No, hell no. I'll show you the text.
What was it? What day? Saturday?
No, it was
What day was that?
It was, let me find it.
It was not 6 in the morning. You're crazy.
Yeah, it was. 6 in the morning. I can't find it.
I bet you can't.
No, hold on.
Hold on, I'm looking.
No, you're talking about when I called. I text you, though.
Oh, I didn't know you text.
I text you at like 6 in the morning.
You didn't call, period.
Huh?
You didn't call.
7 o'clock.
When?
7 o'clock, 7:04 a.m. Wednesday morning. I'm heading to the restaurant right now. I'm ready.
Oh.
Right there. Everybody, you could see. I'm not lying.
Mm-hmm.
7 in the morning. So I don't hear from you all day, and then at night you're like, oh, I was under a car. I'm like, 7 in the morning, you're under a car.
That wasn't even the same day. It was the next day.
Was it the next day?
Yeah, I didn't talk to you that day.
Oh, yeah. See, you ignored me for the whole day.
See, now you got caught.
So now I'm still not done.
That's your fault. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
No, I went yesterday. No, it is your fault, because I was leaving Tuesday to do it. I was on my way. You wiped a whole day off. Not only did you not help me, you fucked me from doing it myself that day.
No, you could have still went.
No, you said you were going to go tomorrow with me. That was the statement. That's a fair, like, that's definitely, I got to put that on you.
What happens on a winter?
What happens
You're
in the
lucky
winter?
you get me here on Sundays. Shit. It's hibernation time for me.
That's fine. I just don't say, hey, I'll go with you tomorrow.
Man, I swear I didn't get that that text in the morning. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I was ready to go. I wanted to finish it up. I was excited. And then yesterday,
So
I
left
there because I didn't have
for
nails.
how long? And that one day I didn't show up, screwed the whole project.
It does, because I was prepared that day, because I got everything done on Monday.
Okay.
Because when you said that, I got everything done that day. On Monday, I got everything taken care of that I had to here, so that Tuesday morning I was set up. I could go early in the morning. You see, it was 7 o'clock in the morning. I was ready to roll. 7 in the morning. So then yesterday I left to go get nails, and then we had issues over here. So it's just stressing me out. But I'm almost there. It ain't gonna take me too much longer, and it'll be done. But anyways, my point is,
Your nails?
I think I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to just start cooking, I think, again in the kitchen until we find some reasonable cooks. Because DoorDash got connected, and I'm like, okay, great, we got DoorDash now. I got it connected. And I did like I've done with every one we've gotten so far. I went home and ordered food, and I got straight trash. Straight trash. I was so pissed. I spent all that time trying to figure out the right French fries to go out on deliveries. I freaking everything set up. I freaking got not those fries. I got fresh cut fries. They were all sogged out, cold, freaking not what I wanted. I was so freaking pissed. I mean, I was just completely pissed.
Well.
Nothing was what it was supposed to be. Nothing. Completely screwed up. And it was a single patty. It's supposed to be a double patty because I got a smash burger. It's supposed to be a double patty when it goes out, and it was single. It was just like. So I think the only answer is I have to come cook for a little while until we find somebody, because I can't start something like this, like DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats, like trying to blow it up, and then you sending out garbage, then nobody will come back. You know what I mean? I was so pissed. It's like all the effort and time I've put into this, and this is what somebody might have gotten. Luckily, it was me. You know what I'm saying? But somebody could have gotten that, and it's like, what? That's ridiculous. You put in all that effort for what? It's just, I don't get it.
I don't know how somebody could screw that up like that.
I don't either. And when I talked to Summer about it, she goes, oh my, she was livid. She goes, I just had this conversation an hour ago. Like literally I left an hour ago and I had this conversation. She goes, how they can mess that up after I just told you an hour ago, it's beyond me. And everybody knows that's why we got the fries there. So that's the whole point of them. Everybody should know that. Oh, and that was the other thing. So it was DoorDash, right? It had Uber Eats stickers on it.
Oh my God.
It was just completely fucked up. Like the whole thing was just completely just wrong. I'm like, you got to be kidding me right now. So at any rate, I think that's going to be the answer, is that I'm going to have to cook a little bit, make sure that food, or at least, if nothing else, spend time in the kitchen watching everything that goes out. You know what I mean? Just watching everything that goes out, making sure it's like exactly how it's supposed to be. Because it's important, because the Grubhub, DoorDash, and all that, you don't have that last line of defense. Like, Amanda Santiago and Mariah don't let that shit go to the table. You know what I'm saying? They see it and they don't let it go to the table. And even when we get a to-go order on the phone, when they come back there and take the to-go back, they'll open it up, they take a look, make sure everything's right. You know what I mean? You don't have that with DoorDash, because literally the cooks are put. So I've got to do something about that, because I cannot allow that to happen. That what happened to me, I would never have ordered a gear again. And if that would have happened to someone else, that would have been, you know what I mean? That would have been horrible. I just can't have that. So I got to somehow correct that problem. It has to happen. What?
No, I was going to say, what do you think to correct it?
Either I'm cooking or I'm back there watching everything as it goes out. One of the two. I got to do something. What do you think we should do for the Super Bowl tonight? Amanda said 59-cent wings. Because it's Super Bowl 59. It's a good idea.
Do it.
It's not a bad idea, but I probably have to go get more wings. I don't think we're going to have enough to run 59-cent wings.
Yeah.
I said you should make some jambalaya gumbo. It's in New Orleans this year.
You didn't order none of the stuff for it. I ain't got none of that stuff here.
We can go get it. We can go run to the store. I was gonna run there anyways. I was gonna get some stuff to make some dips and.
You got a plan. Wings are a good plan.
Oh, man, I got an idea. What if I do 59-cent Cajun wings only?
No, people.
Why not?
Because everybody don't like Cajun
It's New Orleans.
wings. They're still watching the game.
It's New Orleans. 59-cent wings.
Just do wings. Don't do Cajun.
59 is cheap. That's ridiculously cheap. They have to be in-house only. It has to be. You can't do them outside.
yeah,
It's got to
yeah.
be in-house only.
Yeah, another bar down the street will order 40 dozen.
Yeah, it's selling them. Yeah, right. Yeah, we should do that. And then I was thinking, I should maybe, possibly. I'm thinking about maybe I should put something on DoorDash and Grubhub that's discounted, not 59 cents, but less. See how that goes. See if we pump out a bunch of wings that way. Because people are going to be ordering wings for the Super Bowl.
For sure.
So I mean, it might be a good time to test it out, see how it works.
Yeah.
Possibility.
Yeah, you better stay in the kitchen.
Well, the problem is, that's a whole nother issue. But yeah, and then tonight during the game, Becca's gonna come down and she's gonna test the coquitos.
Sample.
She's gonna come out. She's gonna bring everybody some to sample, and we've got some here to sell. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool. Everybody will get some samples, get to meet Becca.
Good.
She's pretty cool. She seems nice.
Real nice. Yeah.
I enjoyed our conversation with her last week. That was fun. She's brought us. I brought a bunch of chocolate covered cherry in because of Valentine's Day coming up. So anybody who wants chocolate covered cherry, we got a bunch of it in here. We brought a bunch of that in, and then I brought the original in. We didn't have the original at first, so we've got the original in now. So man, I come in the other day pissed. So I'm like, okay, how many bottles have I sold? Okay, I went back in the cooler, missing one. Oh,
Who was it?
I was boiling. Oh man, I was motherfucking these bitches. I was pissed. I was cussing.
Who was it?
Nobody. Somebody put it in the cooler. Somebody put it in the cooler up front. But I go, don't do that. Don't do that. I want all of them stocked where they're stocked, period. That's where they get stocked. We're not going to have bottles laying around everywhere that I have to go look for bottles and try and figure out who's stealing and who's not.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. Did you see is it Venezuela? Where is it? Let me see here. I got a video of it. Let me see. Yeah, Colombia. Listen to what he has to say. Just listen.
La cocaína no es más mala que el whisky. Y lo que sí le cayó a Estados Unidos, que es el fentanilo, eso sí los está matando. Y eso no se hace en Colombia. Pero allá está, sin mayores políticas. La cocaína es ilegal porque...
No, you can't hear it. It's right. You got to read it. Basically, he's on here saying that cocaine is not worse than whiskey. That's what he's on there saying. Like, casual use of cocaine is better than whiskey. I mean, what else would you expect from the Colombian president?
Well,
Buy cocaine, man, what?
you guys used to put in your Coca-Cola. What's the problem? Hey, but it probably is not. He's probably right.
Bullshit, dude.
Just getting cut from there to here that's where it gets screwed up.
Dude, you're talking to the wrong guy. You got my dad drank whiskey and beer his whole life. My brother did coke. He only made it to 40, so I'll go ahead and take my chances with whiskey.
There's different factors in there.
I don't know. There might be, but I don't think coke is better than whiskey. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. But I mean,
If you're trying to promote it in your country.
yeah, if that's what your business, that's your export is cocaine. Yeah, why not? You know. That's it.
What is the deal with people coming from Texas here?
I don't know, man.
What is up with them?
I don't know. Well, I don't know if he was from Texas, but Sarah stopped in yesterday. So I come up here. I had to run up here late last night, and I had to get the money, the drawer. They had to add some money in the drawers. And I come up, and Sarah's here. You know, Sarah's my ex-sister-in-law. She's great. Love Sarah. She's with some guy. And she's like, oh, man, your squares are sold out. I really wanted to do the squares and this and that. And she said that she only bought one this year. She goes, you want to do another one? I go, man, this was like 11 o'clock last night. I go, no, I'm not going to put up another one and try and sell it before the Super Bowl. I probably won't sell.
Right.
And so this guy that she's with, I don't know, it was like a customer. It's not like her boyfriend or nothing. But this guy, he goes, oh, what you got to do is you got to do a square with only 10. And I go, the hell are you talking about? He goes, oh, that's how we do it in the South. And I'm like, oh, geez, here we go. And he starts explaining to me how you buy these squares with 10. That's like, the hell are you talking about? You can't have a square with 10. It doesn't work that way. First of all, it's not a square if there's 10. Right? I mean, isn't it a column at that point? It's a column. It's not a square. So quit calling it a square.
He didn't have them little thing that Tori I was talking about either. He put him in
well, there's no winnings either. Like, I mean, if you got 10, if you sell 10 of them, no matter how his system works, which I think what he was saying was essentially run 10 for the quarter, and you run the cards just like you would on ours, but then it's a combination of the score. So it's like 3 plus 7 is 0, so that's 0 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he's like saying that that's the
way
that's
supposed to be
way
done.
Better to do. He goes, that's going to keep people in their seats. I go, you're out of your mind. I go, there's no winnings there. I mean, if you did a $5 square, there's $50 on the table. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, it makes no sense. It's the silliest thing. He goes, oh no, I'm telling you, that's how we do it in the South. And I go, oh boy, here we go, another Texas. Texas. He got mad at me and Joey, because he's doing a basement job, and I told him, I said, I got a guy who'll do it. I mean, and reasonable, fast. I mean, Joey does a nice job, and I gave him Joey's number. Joey went and looked at it, and Joey was giving him shit about him stapling the paper on the face of the studs. And Joey calls me. He goes, "What's with this dude? He's stapling it on which you just don't do. Many reasons. I mean, it's not the way you're supposed to do it. The face of the stud doesn't need paper on it. It needs glue. It's the way it's designed. It's the way it's supposed to be." And he's like, "Oh no, that's how we always do it." It's like, no. He goes, "That's the right way." It's like, dude, I went on. It was funny because I go on YouTube and I went on anywhere you look, you'll never find anybody putting it on that way. I don't know where he got that from. Maybe he thinks that's better that way. I like the glue on the studs. It doesn't help to have paper over top of your stud. It doesn't help anything insulation wise. It's not. I think that's what he's thinking, like he's completely sealing it or something. But it's just not the way it's done, and it's annoying to Joey because he wants to glue his stud. You know what I mean? He's just like, what the hell is this guy? You know. And then you start getting nervous. You go, okay. So, and I made a mistake. I said something to Tex. I started laughing at him because I thought it was funny, you know. And I said something. He's not happy with it. He's just like, I'm hanging and taping it myself.
I'm gonna do it wrong.
So mad at me. That's that Texas thing though, dude. He's like, because that's his argument is like, that's how they do it in Texas. No, it's not, dude. That is not how they do it in Texas. That's how you do it. That is not how they do it in Texas.
That's what I'm saying. The people that come here from Texas, they got this thing in their heads about the way shit's done.
It's weird.
It's like, we got freeze lines here too. You know that? No, you don't have to go that deep.
Yeah, you do. You really do. You ever seen what ice happens? It heaves the shit out of stuff, man.
No, man. When they come from Texas. But you go to Texas, they ain't like that. They ain't like over their way, you know what I mean?
Well, I wonder if that happens, like if you go from up north down to Texas, that those guys are like, up north, this is how we do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm probably guilty of that.
You were down there making up
Yeah.
shit in Louisiana?
Yeah, just doing it wrong and shit on purpose.
Oh, that's how we do it down
That's
there.
how we do it.
That's how we do it up
Every
there.
time I screwed up, they'd be like, "What the hell is this?" I'd be like, "That's how we do it down in up north."
Oh, man.
Crazy.
But that's what I got the vibe with the square. I was like, it was the same thing as like Texas. It's the same vibe of like, oh, that's how we do it. It's like, it just doesn't make any sense. And then he's like, no, you sell one for every quarter. And then that keeps people here. And he's like, he's got this whole, he goes, it's simpler. And it's like, how is that simpler?
Yeah.
First of all, there's math involved. They have to add the two scores, and then it's a combination of the two scores. And then that's what the score, the number, the end last number of that two scores is what determines it. I go, the square, it's just, then there's no math. It's just there. AFC, NFC, it's just there. Like, and there's more money involved.
Right.
You got 10 squares, you only get 10 tickets sold. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got 100 squares, you got 100 tickets sold. It's just common core math.
You ain't looking at it right though.
That's how he said it. That's what he said. He goes, no, you're not understanding. And it's like, I think I understand. It seems pretty...
you just ain't understanding.
it seems pretty cut and dry, and it don't make sense. I can't see one reason you would do that.
Yeah, just do it.
It was pretty crazy. I don't know where but he said down south, so he might be from Mississippi, he might be from Alabama, he might
I'll
be
bet
from
you Texas.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know. Bill is like says he's from Texas a lot. But isn't he like from Wisconsin really or something?
I don't know.
I thought he was something like that. So I thought so. There was a woman in here yesterday was trying to order something. Forget what it was. Like I don't have that.
What is it, like a southern thing?
I think it was. Well,
It was a drink?
Yeah, but it was. Well, she wanted the woman. I was because I was just sitting there eating wings. I came down to eat wings, and she's asked for, I forget what it was. It was like a seltzer, no carb. I think she said it was called no carb. And it's like, there's so many of these damn seltzers. Like, if you stocked the seltzers, you'd look like a convenience store. I mean, there's so many different seltzers.
Yeah, you got to go with the popular ones.
But she said she was from Wisconsin. That's what made me think of it. But like, it was like this no carb, like we had never heard of it. And then the dude she was with ordered a Rumplemans. I'm like, dude, we don't have Rumplemans.
Wow, he went way back, didn't he?
I go, dude, I ain't heard from the Rumplemans since the 90s. Do they even sell that anymore?
Remember we talked about all them drinks and shit? That never even came
Never
up.
was in the, nope, that was never in the conversation.
Hell no.
It
We talked
never.
about Jaeger, all them old drinks and shit. Never Rumplemans never came up.
Rumplemans, that's what he said. I
Wow.
was dying laughing. I'm like, Rumplemans?
Yeah, you ain't at the wrong bar. You at the wrong time.
He said, well, she goes, well, I'm from Wisconsin. We're all about our cheese and beer. I'm like, I don't think this no carb is beer, honey.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know if they were just passing through. I don't know what the story was exactly. I'm not. Yeah, but Rumplemans. Yeah, they wanted Rumplemans. I was dying, dude. I was laughing so hard. I was looking at. So that happened, and then I talked to Sarah. Sarah said she's going to sneak up on us on one of these days and come on the podcast.
I don't care.
That's what I said. I said she'd be welcome on the podcast. But she said she's never seen our podcast. She only sees us on TikTok. So I said, evidently you don't follow the bar or something. I don't know. That's why I streamed this one on. I said, let me go put this on my personal page because I know she's on my personal Facebook. So, and I've never really done it on that one. So I don't know. We'll see how that works.
You talking about the Sarah that worked here?
Yeah. Yeah, with the pretty eyes. Mm-hmm. My ex-sister-in-law. We still say sister-in-law. Yeah.
How she is your ex-sister-in-law?
She was married to Jen's brother.
Oh.
You didn't know that? Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, she was married to Jen's brother. Yep. She literally legit was my sister-in-law. Yeah, for sure. That's how I met her. I remember the first time I seen her. That's for that. The only thing I remember is the eyes.
I was going to say, you can't
the eyes.
forget them,
I mean, yeah, they were, because he met her when he went away to college. And he came back, and I was like, man, those eyes are so beautiful. I go, look at those eyes on that thing. But yeah, still, that's still the first thing you notice.
Yeah.
It's still always the first thing you notice with her.
She worked here a while too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why she doesn't, because she's still bartending. I don't know why not here though. I don't understand that one. I liked her. The only thing was her and little Aunt used to fight.
Oh, yeah,
that's the one
funny.
we called him the one day. Remember we called him and we were asking what it was about? And he said she wouldn't serve him. She refused to serve him. I don't know what he did, though.
I don't know. I remember something like that. Did she kick him out or something?
She just wouldn't serve him. He'd have to wait for
probably had
Brooke.
a bill.
He'd have to wait for Brooke. No, she wouldn't serve him. She thought he was being rude or something.
Yeah, she didn't play.
What is this right here that I'm just looking at right now? I just pulled up something. This is something that looks like it's worth looking at. Oh, this is spending categories. Elon Musk just posted it. Mm-hmm. Spending categories. So, did you hear about what the judge has ordered yesterday?
Yeah, some shit. I can't remember.
They said that none of Trump's appointments have the right to look at any of the Treasury's
finances.
Data. Data was the word they used. None of their data. And by that appointment, they mean Doge, and they also mean his cabinet pick for the Secretary of the Treasury. How is the Secretary of the Treasury not going to be allowed to look at the data from the Treasury? Like, how is that even possible? What kind of sense does that make? And why does this judge in New York get to make this decision anyways?
Well, the judge is just going to be in some shit.
That's wild to me. That's really wild to me. I saw, too, that well, for one, he took Joe Biden's security clearance. He doesn't get briefings anymore. He removed his security clearance and his briefings. So, and I think Biden did that to Trump though too, I believe. Which it's common courtesy that most ex-presidents still receive briefings, apparently. I didn't know that, but apparently that's a common thing, but he took it from Trump. Trump just took it back from him. But I guess he also ordered.
That's so petty.
Oh yeah, it's definitely petty. But I don't know that it's 100% petty. I don't know. Did you see this? What is her name? That what is her name? Lillian Lee or something like that. What is her name? She was on Sean Ryan. Mm-hmm. So she was the Democrat. Like she was like a fundraiser, I think, or something. She was like high up in the Democratic Party. Like she was side by side with Biden and Kamala and all that stuff. And she just did a podcast with Sean Ryan this week and like broke the internet. She's saying everything that was going on. She said that Hunter Biden was sitting in on all the freaking top secret meetings, everything. He was just like sitting in the cabinet meetings, everything. He was just sitting in on them. He was just walking around like it was his White House the whole time. Wild. It's wild, but I don't know if I believe this bitch. I'm telling you, there's something off on her.
Whose coke was that?
She said that. This is what she said about it. She said she answered that question. She said that supposedly Hunter Biden wasn't clean like he said he was. No. That's what she said. So she thinks that it was Hunter Biden's for sure. That's basically the way she put it. Like she didn't say it was Hunter Biden's, but she said he definitely wasn't as clean like he was claiming that he was clean or whatever. So that's what she said about that. And some of the stuff made sense. But he asked her stuff, dude. If you watched it, I watched quite a bit of it, not all of it. But she's this little like Chinese girl from Pennsylvania, but she looks like she's puking, like she looks anorexic, you know, like one of those people, bulimic. She looks like that, like she's like bones, like she looks like she just pukes.
I didn't see her.
And she's all over the internet. She's like, because now she did this thing with Sean Ryan.
And who was she?
She was the one who was like one of their main like fundraise, like she did all the fundraisers. She was a head up Democrat, like she was way up there in the Democratic Party. Like she was one of the ones that got most of the financing and stuff for all their campaigns and stuff. And she was there with Kamala till the end. But she claims that she started leaking to a certain, she said to reporter, I never went and got to look at the news stories, but she claims she was leaking shit way back in July. She was leaking stuff because she was done with it at that point. But apparently, afterwards, she was a fundraiser for Trump's inauguration. So now she's like saying she's Republican. And it's like, how can she be like, it just doesn't make sense, dude. It's why and then like just when he's asking her questions,
she's like a party promoter kind of.
Well, no, but she's up there. Like she's not just nobody, dude. She's somebody. She was somebody, but he asked her, one of the things that stuck out to me was he asked her, you know, everybody says this was Obama's third term, essentially, like Obama was running shit. And she said he was. But then when he asked her to, like, explain that, she starts talking about how these, like, young liberals and woke people were running everything. And it's like, you never answered anything that said Obama was running shit. And then she even makes a comment that Obama looked shocked at his cognitive decline at the, you remember the one where he walks Joe Biden off the stage, where he's like, grabs his arm or whatever. She said that he looked shocked, and it's like, yeah, she just doesn't make sense. Not everything she says makes sense. So I don't know if I trust her.
Credibility is.
I think it's trying to like. I don't know where she'd get money from. I'd say a money grab, but I don't know where she'd actually be getting the money from. But
I think going back and forth like that, she's going to ruin her career.
I think she may. Well, I mean, back and forth, yeah. But, you know, Tulsi Gabbard and
people are going to listen to what she got to say because she was there.
The problem is that everybody keeps going, oh, you're being right-winged, you're going to the conservative party, this and that. I feel like there is no right-wing party no more. That's how I feel. I feel like this Trump is just what Democrats were 20 years ago. And now there's nobody that is extreme right-wing. That's how I feel. I mean, he has some of the conservative business things are there, but for the most part, I mean, his policies kind of land exactly where Democrats were landing 20 years ago. It's just that for whatever reason, once Trump came into play, and he did it in the Republican Party, and he's running basically on anything pre-Obama that was Democrat. I mean, but he's on the Republican ticket. They just decided they had to go like crazy left. Like they just like, oh, okay, now we really got to go left. Like let everybody in the country. Let's change for do sex change.
I don't even understand that stuff. It just seems like unreal.
Did you ever see that thing where with Dave Chappelle, where he said if he ever goes to jail, he hopes it's in California.
Yeah.
Where he's going to tell the judge he identifies as a woman.
Yeah.
Then you think he's talking about he was going to have sex. He's like, then I'll be in there like, bitch, give me them cookies or whatever it is. He's funny as shit.
Oh yeah, I was watching him the other day.
Yeah, he's hilarious. But anyways, yeah. So she does this whole thing where she's saying that Joe Biden. She goes like he told her like she said she's known him for like I forget how long, 15 years, 12 years, something like that. It was a long time. It might have been 20 years. I don't know. Said she's known him a long time, and that he's always like remembers her dad's name for some reason. That's something that sticks out to her. But she said one day he asked her or told her to tell her husband he said hi or ask her how her husband was doing or something like that.
She ain't married.
She's not married. She goes, that's how bad off it was. Like she said that she said I realized how bad it was when we were in a room with like 10 of his like people that are his main donors that are all nobody there ill will towards him. Everybody's there, and he's still using a teleprompter to talk to him. She goes, that's when I realized like this is bad. She said she wasn't allowed to have her cell phone in any of those type of events or any of that type of stuff.
Remember when everybody on like Joe Rogan and all them people was talking about how tall he was that one time. That shit was crazy.
There's no question, dude. That was somebody was set in there. It has to be.
Yeah, that guy was like 6'3".
It has to be. And not only that, he just seemed like he was together. Like he wasn't like dazed and confused. Like, I mean, most of the time when you see Joe
go back
Biden,
to them videos, that looked kind of weird.
she said that like the debate, she said the biggest problem with the debate is that he would be in bed by like 6 o'clock. Like she said basically the only like his times were from 10 to 4. That was it. That's when he was doing work, from 10 to 4. After that, he was never doing work. So she said that like they said something about the cold and all that. Remember with the debate, like because he had a cold. It's like, you know, a cold isn't going to make you act like that, clearly. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, you can have a cold, you still got your brain. Your brain works. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. Anyways, it's not that bad where you're just completely off keel like that. But she said that, she goes, it was late. You know how tired he was at that point? Like, he doesn't stay up that late, ever. It's like...
They should have pulled him out of there a long time ago.
Yeah, it's maybe one of the... I think in history is going to show that they like basically that was like just like like horrible, like they just covered up a.
Remember how they kept saying, "Look how sharp he was that day." I was like,
No. Yeah, they tried to right after the debate. Yeah, they tried. The thing is I was like, we watched him tripping upstairs, falling down bikes, wandering like a Zumba on the stage, trying to leave the stage,
mumbling.
They said that she said that's another thing. She said that he liked everything on paper. I guess he liked his notes like on sheet. She said that they would have everything like a child, like just listed, like exit to the right. So and so standing here. Like they said everything was in detailed for him, like to make it like idiot proof, essentially. And she said that the where am I trying to go with this? Oh, she said that, you know, like that she said. We were all seeing all this, and we're all talking shit on him. Like, this guy is a joke. There were comedians doing things about him being a Zumba by then, all right? And then all of a sudden, he does one debate with Trump, and everybody acts like that. It was like it hit the news like, oh, he's in a cognitive decline. Like, and not immediately, because you're right. The next day, they're like, oh, he was sharp. He was on it. And then it's like that Jill thing. Remember Jill afterwards? She's like, you did a good job. Yeah. You answered all the questions. Yeah. You knew all the facts. Pat him on the back.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was horrible.
It was horrible. And then they try to act like he was like the greatest thing ever.
They should have pulled him out earlier. He was done.
History's going to show it was like a whole conspiracy.
And everybody keeps talking about how dumb he is and this and that. It's not that. He's just old and
they were running the country. That's what it was. The people in the shadows were running shit, and they didn't want to lose their position. Because there was something, I forget what it was. I wish I had pulled it up. If I would have had more time, I probably would have prepared that better today. But there was a time I remember that somebody was asking him about a bill he signed, and he's like, huh? I didn't do that. And he's like, oh yeah. I don't even think he knows what they're signing. Like, I think they're just throwing shit in front of him, and he's just signing it, and you know what I mean? Getting his ice cream and moving on, or was. He's not now. Trump is like, he's got my head spinning. I can't keep up with that guy. That guy's going 24/7, dude. That's nuts with that guy. That's a whole different animal.
So what about Harris?
Who?
Exactly. They showed her at a game yesterday or something, and she was walking like nobody would. You know, like.
Did you see the seats?
What do you mean?
They're against the wall. You didn't see that?
I know, she walked all the way up to the top.
Yeah.
Like nobody even clapped, waved,
seats.
Or nothing.
Nosebleed seats. What the fuck was she doing in nosebleed seats? That's wild to think that the vice president is in nosebleed seats. Ex vice president. Yeah. But she's still Madam Vice President, right? Regardless, the rest of her life.
Yeah.
They said that she said she was going to run for governor.
Where?
of California. They're talking about. Yeah, that's what she's thinking about doing, apparently. Which I don't know. Newsom is like. I think his days are numbered anyways, I think. But I mean, the Democratic Party their days might be numbered too after that fire that's gone on over there and everything that's going on with that. It's hard to say what's going to happen with that.
Yeah, I was like, wow, like she was vice president and she's walking up there, nobody's even acknowledging her.
You know how I know things are going on good in North Carolina and California now?
How you know?
I ain't seen it in the news in the last week. They don't want to broadcast that shit. Shit's getting corrected, I bet you. You ain't seen nothing about it for like a week now. Why? They're just following. They're just following Elon Musk around. Everybody, they're pissed about him. They don't. You know what? We've been saying it over and over. Like we don't know. Is he good or is he evil? You think he might be evil? I think he's good. I think that's a good dude. I think history's going to show him as one of the greatest American patriots of all time.
He's not American.
Elon Musk. It doesn't make him not an American patriot. He is American. He's an American citizen. He's not a natural born citizen, but he's an American citizen.
Well, like I said, we can't tell. This is way too early.
I don't know, dude. That dude, he could be doing so many other things. He's the richest man in the world, and he's sleeping on the floor and working 120 hours, walking around
That's
Washington.
just what he does, though. He's done that before. That's what he does.
But he's doing this for us. He gets nothing out of this.
Oh, believe me, he's getting something out of it.
I think that in the grand scheme of things, he will end up with stuff out of it, but I don't think that his goal is there. I don't think that his heart is for that. Although, in all fairness, he probably pays more taxes than any of us, so he's probably like, what are they doing with my money? I mean, most of it's his money that they're wasting. That's kind of like makes sense a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
you get the right group of people to look at numbers and like inventory kind of thing.
I guess a few of them are like autistic.
Yeah, I heard something like that.
Yeah, I guess a few of them are autistic. They're a weird band of brothers.
With the numbers, they're.
Yeah, they're yeah. We were talking about that.
Did they ever show pictures of all them kids?
Yeah, oh yeah, they're out there. You haven't seen it yet? Yeah, they're all under 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all like, and they all look like little weird engineer kids. Like that's what they look like, little nerds.
Little pocket protectors and shit.
Yeah, no, they're more of that like. They kind of look like they all were working for Sam Bankman-Fried. You know what I mean? Like that group he had. They kind of look like that.
Or was that one that got Facebook?
Zuckerberg?
Yeah, they all look like Zuckerberg.
No, well, Zuckerberg looks good now. Have you seen him?
Oh, yeah.
He's been MMA fighting. He's like getting a little jacked. Like he's doing his thing. He's trying to be like, I'm conservative, I'm Republican. Look
Remember
at me.
he challenged Musk.
Yeah. I guess
funny.
that was a real thing. I guess they were actually in talks to try and do it.
He'd whoop Musk's ass.
Yeah, Musk ain't no fighter. He's not. Musk ain't fighting.
He's shaped like a Cybertruck.
But the problem is, this is the thing. Okay, if you give Musk a year, like say you schedule this for a year and a half, like most fights are usually scheduled a year and a half.
And he went into training?
Yeah.
He'd still get his ass whooped. He's too old.
I don't know, dude. I bet you he'd be freaking. He'd have his Neuralink going in his brain. His reaction time would be on point. He'd freaking be exercising physically. Probably because the thing with that guy is when the task on hand is in front of him, it gets done. Period. You know what I mean? Like they tell that story. You've heard about that. Like I forget what was it. SpaceX. There was something they said it was going to take 18 months to re-engineer or something, and he was on the plane. He made him turn the plane around, and he came back, and they stayed at the plant until it was solved that day. It was like 24 hours later, the whole thing was resolved. They told him it was going to be 18 months. He's like, oh, no, the hell it won't. He's task oriented. So if his task is to get jacked and learn MMA,
he will get fucked up.
Zuckerberg is sorry for your luck, Mr. Zuckerberg.
Yeah, right.
You don't think so?
No, the youth.
He ain't that young.
He ain't that old.
Zuckerberg?
How old is he?
40?
How old is Elon?
I don't know. Let's Google and see.
Man.
How old is Elon? I don't think it's that. I mean, I don't think they're that far off, are they?
Yeah, I don't know.
You might be right, though. I don't know. How old is Elon Musk?
56.
How old is Elon Musk? Bunch of answers, but not that. Why? What's Elon Musk's age? What do I got to ask to get the right answer? How old is Elon Musk? 53. And how old is Mark Zuckerberg? 40. That was right. It's 13 years.
That don't make a difference?
If you're smarter, you're smarter. Smart is a big achievement.
Okay.
Zuckerberg's just a thief, ain't he? Didn't he steal Facebook or something?
Zuckerberg? I don't know.
Didn't somebody else design it and then he just kind of like
a Bill Gates thing?
Yeah, didn't he or no?
I don't know.
I thought that's because I watched that show. What's that show? Social Network or something like that?
I don't know.
He got sued by somebody that helped him make it.
I don't know how that happened.
There's a movie called Social Network.
Yeah, I seen part of it.
Yeah, I seen it, but I can't remember exactly what the consensus was. But either way, I still think Elon Musk would. I'm saying if you give him a year and a half, I'm saying Elon Musk would put in enough work to be there when
that's
it's
like
time.
talking who would win in a fight, Batman or Superman.
Well, when it comes to fighting and training, the best of the athletes, what's the one thing they all got in common?
Youth.
That's true. That is a little bit true. But no, I mean, it's hard work and ethics, like training and hard, like working it hard, and youth does help. But you got to work hard. You got to work hard, and I think Musk would put in the work.
Look at one of the baddest.
40's not young enough to be like, I'm still badass.
Listen, Roy Jones, one of the baddest boxers ever. When he got to that age, it was over with. There was nothing he could do.
I get that, but he's not. But he at 50, Roy Jones could fight a 40-year-old. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a totally different conversation. That dude's been doing it for his whole life. You're talking about a guy who's been sitting behind a computer his whole life, going to jump in the ring.
Both of them have been sitting behind a computer the whole life. Zuckerberg just started this.
Not
he hasn't been doing
just.
it. Yeah, it's like a year, something like that. As soon as he realized the Democrats were going to lose, he's like, I got to start working out. He's like,
this is a dumb conversation.
No, I think it's a great conversation. I think Elon Musk would train and do it right. I believe it wholeheartedly.
He'd get robot arms and shit.
Yeah, well, even if he just has a neural link and his response time is quicker, that would be huge. If you can respond faster.
You've been watching a lot of sci-fi lately.
I'm just saying technique and responding quick is a big thing. I think it is anyways. It's hard to say. But anyways, that fight ain't going to happen, I don't think. No. I think they bailed out.
I thought it was pretty funny when they announced it.
That would be funny. But it would be funnier if it was like more like I'm trying to think of who it would be like. Well, I guess now it would be, because I was going to say, I forget that Elon Musk has Twitter too. I was going to say if it was too social, but I guess it is. That's exactly what it is, actually. I didn't realize that.
Oh.
What about Bill Gates?
What about him?
What if Elon Musk fights Bill Gates?
Yeah, that's the same example, just a step up. That's it.
So Elon Musk wins against Bill Gates.
Oh yeah.
Loses to Zuckerberg.
Yep.
Okay. Who does Joe Rogan train? That's what we want to know.
Oh, you know who he trains.
He sat down with both of them.
I still say he'd do Elon.
You still think so?
Who wouldn't?
You see your buddy Diddy was in the news yesterday.
That's your buddy Diddy.
Somebody brought on charges. He supposedly at a concert raped a 17-year-old boy. Is charging him with rape. 17-year-old boy at a concert. That dude is fucking weird, dude. Weird.
That's just charges. That ain't saying he did it.
You think he traveled with baby oil?
Oh, I'm sure he did.
So much baby oil. I still can't understand it.
Wasn't there a drug put in it?
I've heard rumors that there is something, like there's some kind of drug in it. It was probably just fucking numbing stuff like that, anal-ease or whatever it is. It's probably what it was, some numbing agent.
You know about that, huh?
Anal-ease?
What the fuck? I never even heard of this shit.
Anal-ease makes you go numb. I seen there was a comedian that was talking about it one time that he tried anal sex and he used anal-ease, but he put it on his penis. So he said it didn't do no good because it was, to get it in there, but he didn't have a condom on. And he said, so it numbed her, but it numbed me too, so I didn't feel nothing.
This podcast is over.
What do you mean? We didn't even get started yet.
All right, what you got?
We didn't even get started yet. We got Becca. That we talked about that. Becca's going to do. So you think the wings? You think that's the way to do it? 59 cents. You think?
Hell yeah, bar, Super Bowls, wings. Yeah.
But that's cheap, man. That's.
You already said it.
I didn't say it. I said I'm considering it. That's not saying it. All right, I want to give you 2 quotes that happened this week. Okay, Elizabeth Warren. People have no right to know how their tax dollars are spent.
Okay.
This is examples of tyranny. That's exactly what she said, dude.
She's an idiot.
People have no right to see how their tax dollars are spent. This is an example of tyranny.
Wow. That's...
How would anybody vote her back in?
They shouldn't.
And speaking about voting somebody back in, this is what Pelosi said. If you want to know what's in the bill, you have to pass it first.
Wow. Yeah. She's my favorite, too.
How did they keep voting her in? I mean, her corruption and her
is blatant. It's like
blatant. Her insider trading bullshit or whatever. It's like, how do they keep voting her in? I don't understand it. I really don't get it. I don't understand.
Hey, you remember how they had them what are those people would follow and kill themselves and all that shit?
Oh, the church or whatever. What was that?
Yeah, that's how it is. They brainwashed.
Are they, or is it just like I want to win and I don't like it? Is it just like I feel
picking a side and just going 100%?
Go all in. Like common sense out the window. Like just go straight all in. Because how can Pelosi, who was in office when, I don't know, maybe Jimmy Carter was in, I don't know.
I believe it.
She was in for sure with Clinton, though. Like, how could a person that was under that Democratic Party believe the same things that's under this Democrat? It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't add up. Like, how that could be the same party and, like, how they can make those same...
She could keep her position and still make that money.
By just going with the party no matter what they're doing, right? I mean, that's the way I see it. Like, you're just going with the party no matter what it does.
You're all in.
Yeah.
And then all this other crazy shit. I don't see that. That's what it is. They ain't seen it. You can't see that she's been, what is that? You just said it a minute.
Brainwashed?
No, she's using her position.
Yeah.
To better her finances.
Oh, her insider trading and shit like that?
Trading.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So why would she stop? She's like, I could sit right here and keep doing this. I would. Nah, I wouldn't.
But I'm not saying that. I'm saying how do people keep voting her in? That's all I'm saying. Gee, where'd that come from?
Because, like we said, you're on that party, you're all in.
Yeah, right.
That's
I mean, it's the only thing it could be. It just doesn't add up to me, though. I still don't. Man. That's her. I'm talking about those. Yeah. I mean,
because they're doing the same thing.
But the person that goes to work every day in a garbage truck or on a cement truck or a carpenter, like, you shouldn't be voting party lines. Although they do. I know there are people. I see it.
That's exactly what it is.
More often than not, I see. Like in construction and stuff with the unions, most of them I seen voted for what they wanted to do, but there were guys that would go, you vote your job. But I'm gonna tell you what, if Trump he released his tax bill that he's going to put out. If he does what's on that tax bill, he wants to roll back the tax cuts that he had in 2017. He wants to go to those taxes so that we're taxed less. That was a lot less than we pay now in taxes. So he wants to roll back to 2017 where he had it. He wants to eliminate the tax on tips. He wants to eliminate the tax on overtime. And he wants to take away, apparently there's like sports team owners get like big huge tax breaks. He wants to take those away. If that's not like blue collar, like working class, what is?
Yeah, but that's...
If they want to convince you that that's like to help the rich, it's like tax on overtime? Ain't nobody rich working hourly. I mean, there is, but nobody's like working like... Overtime and tips ain't an issue for people that are filthy rich, typically. They're on salary or something, you know?
They're still hidden. There'll be some agendas in there for them, too, though.
With who?
With Trump.
You think there's agendas there?
For sure. There's always agendas.
What about him taking over Gaza? What the fuck is that? That's got to be a bluff, right? Is that like, you guys better get your shit in order before I come and do it? Is that what it is?
I don't think that's got anything to do with anything.
We can't go to Gaza, dude. The Palestinian state will never allow it. They will continuously bombard the place like they've been doing to Israel. We'll just be in the same situation Israel is. Except we have to defend it 100% because it's ours at that point.
I have no opinion on that right now.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't want nothing to do with no Gaza bullshit. No, thank you. We'd be in the same position they are. We'd be in 100% in the same position.
How?
It would, huh?
How you mean that?
If we went into Gaza and the United States owned Gaza, Palestine will come there. The whole argument there is over the land. It's not like they're arguing over their beliefs. Their argument is, that's my land. So if you go and take that land, the argument's still there, right. And there's not going to stop. Those people won't stop. They won't. They believe that to die as a martyr, that you go directly to heaven. You don't have to wait for the resurrection, nothing. So it's a bonus to die going after you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like, you know, years ago, remember they talk about the kamikaze, you know, planes and stuff like that in Japan. Like that's when somebody believes that to die is an honor, you got a rough fight ahead of you. You know what I mean? That's not something you want to do. I don't think it'd ever walk away. I think it would be a constant thing, just like it is in Israel right now. Personally, I think that it's just the way it is. I think that you got to leave. I don't know what the solution is, but I think that what he's saying is good. Like, make it the Middle Eastern Riviera. That's a great idea, but I don't think we should own it. I think it should be like the Saudis or somebody. You know what I mean? But make it a tourist town. Make it somewhere. I said that before, remember? I said put the mob in there. Let them just run the shit.
Yeah, I remember that stupid shit you said.
I still think it's true. What is Trump but the mob anyways? That's the most gangster motherfucker there is. Right?
We'll see.
He's a gangster. He done got shot, I mean, I don't know. I don't think he has hidden agendas. I mean, he has hidden agendas for our country, but I don't think for himself. I don't believe that. Do you believe that?
I don't know. I think it's too early.
Well, he's been around for a long time. You know?
He's been president for less than 2 weeks.
He was president for 4 years and 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Did he do anything that benefited him in his first election? His first run?
I don't look into it that tight. I don't know. But this one's going to be a little more dramatic. So
it's way more dramatic. It's already, I think he's done more already in 2 weeks than he did the last 4 years, I think.
I believe that.
But those tax breaks would be huge, especially for you. You get all that overtime.
Well, I like the thing with you know, all the other stuff, like Elon going around cleaning that.
Oh yeah, looking and everything.
Funds. Oh yeah, I like that.
I like that he's got young kids too. I like that. Everybody's like, "Oh, these are young." Good. They just want to do a good job. That's all they're there for, is to do a good job. That's all they want to do. Do a good job.
And everybody talks about these young kids don't want to work and all this stuff. These kids are going out there doing it.
Sleeping at night, giving up their pet name of Big Balls.
Yeah, he didn't give it up. He amplified it.
That was like the Big Balls. That's funny shit. Big Balls. Here we are, big balls. Who's got the biggest balls of them all? What do you think these commercials are going to look like?
From Elon?
Yeah.
They're going to be pretty
Is it going to be him talking, or what is it going to be? I don't get
I
it.
just listen shit. Just put out there in your face. You know what I mean?
I keep seeing people going, I've never watched the Super Bowl. I promise I'm watching this time.
They want to see what he's got to say.
Yeah. Well, they want to. I mean, Super Bowl ads, is that still the thing? Is that still like the biggest thing ever?
Hell yeah. You know how much they probably pay for a minute?
I don't. He paid $40 million for 3 spots, 3 commercials.
So divide that up in what? Probably each one of them is 3 minutes.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Oof, that's expensive.
I don't know if it's like it used to be, though. I don't know if it's got the same oomph that it used to have when you didn't have network TV.
Like,
it's so weird.
That's like you're saying that the Super Bowl ain't.
No, last year was the most watched ever.
Yeah, so can you imagine the commercials on that point?
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah, they're expensive. And you're getting them across to almost everybody at one time.
Yeah.
That's why they're so expensive.
Yeah, right.
Who's doing the halftime show?
Oh, who is it? I forget. Who is doing the halftime show? I know I wasn't impressed. I know I was like, huh? Yeah, let's see who it is. Maybe I'm thinking wrong. Who is the halftime show tonight? Who is the halftime show for Super Bowl? Halftime shows. Kendrick Lamar. I don't understand. He won a bunch of awards too at the Grammys. I don't know one song that he sings. Do you?
No.
Me neither. Am I that out of touch?
Yeah, me too.
Kendrick Lamar. He won a bunch of Grammys. I don't even know of one song.
Hold all of them.
When I hear
if
that,
you hear him, you'll probably be like, "Yeah, I know that song." You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe, possibly. But yeah, that's who it is, and I don't have no. And that usually, like the Super Bowl, like should be somebody like. It's usually somebody who's like.
No, we're out of touch. He's probably hot right now.
No, it's never somebody hot right now, though. That's what I'm saying. It's never somebody that's hot right now.
It's always like a past.
Yeah, like Michael Jackson didn't play the Super Bowl in like '87. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, you know what I mean? It's usually somebody who is a long time like artist that's been proven through and through, like somebody who's iconic. That's the word I'm looking for. Kendrick Lamar clearly is an iconic because I don't even know who he is. I have no clue who he is. And I mean, I guess I'll Google him now and see. I don't know who he is.
You say like John, like a Paul McCartney kind of.
Yeah.
Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Madonna.
Well, we had Snoop and Dr. Dre. We didn't have them in '94 at it. They were just in it like 2 years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I get what you're saying.
It's somebody who's like a legendary. That's what I'm looking for. That's, to me, that's the whole thing. Like, you know that you've become a legend if you can play the Super Bowl. You're a legend at that point. You know what I mean?
Well, he's a living legend now.
Yeah, I guess. Although Timberlake was pretty hot when he was on it with Janet Jackson.
But then you had Janet Jackson, so
that's true. There always is somebody that's hot that's mixed into it that comes in.
It's not just him, right?
No, I don't know. That's what it said. Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, it doesn't say anybody else, huh?
That's all it says. Yeah, I'm sure he'll have somebody there.
I don't know.
I'm sure. They always have somebody there. Like, it's always some kind of like, they got to do something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I think, I get what you're saying.
What was that, me?
Yeah.
What the hell? I was gonna go Google or YouTube one of his songs, and it didn't work. It like went to something else. It went to that Stop it. Why is it doing
Well, anyways,
this?
you got to get ready.
I got to get ready for what?
Figure out what you're going to do.
I know what I'm going to do.
I know.
Not Like Us? What's that?
I don't know.
Me neither. Let's find out. I don't know who this guy is. I never heard of him until the Grammys. This is some sponsored bullshit. How do I skip? I want to skip. Here we go.
Reincarnated, I'm a stargazing. Life goes on, I need her, my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. I keep a horn on me. That come on, see my peak on the ship. The blueprint.
Legendary.
Yeah, I'm out of touch. Apparently, I'm out of touch.
Yeah. Me too.
Apparently. You know what? Like, you know who would, like, Bruno Mars would be good. But,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I
Did he do it? No.
I think he was involved in one or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he ain't been doing much at all.
Yeah, he's like just
like-
living his best life.
He must be unemployed.
He's no
Unemployment.
He
He's
woke up and didn't
unemployment.
feel like doing anything.
Yeah, he's unemployment.
Today I don't feel like.
He said, "What is it?
doing
Cold outside? I'm
anything."
staying in the house."
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
Yep.
No, I do need to go figure out what I'm going to do for food and everything for the Super Bowl party. And
Shit, we're running out of time on that. My day.
that's March, right? Fat Tuesdays in March, so you got about a month.
You gotta order that stuff up.
Well, did you figure out how you're going to do the pastilla things or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
the meat pies?
Yeah.
You got it figured out.
How'd you like that?
It was good. It was good. Did they not have potatoes in them?
No.
There's no potatoes in them. Okay.
No.
I'm so used to pastelillos.
Totally different.
I was wondering if they did. I was like, when I ate them, like, is this missing potatoes? I don't know. I can't remember. That's how goofy I am.
That wouldn't hurt to put them in there, but nah, I ain't doing it.
Well, hopefully everybody will click and subscribe. If you come and follow and watch this one, come and click and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Like he said,
I don't-
click.
Yeah, click, clack. I don't know. I don't understand where YouTube, what went on with Facebook today, why it didn't connect. So I don't know why it didn't connect. Maybe there's just an issue today with that. I don't know. Or maybe Mark Zuckerberg didn't want us talking about Elon Musk whooping his ass.
Yeah, he's
He's probably like a fortune teller. He knew what we was about to say. Bastard. But anyways, click and subscribe so you follow us. If this happens again, you'll get notified if you follow us on YouTube. And then go check out the rest of our social media items that we have, like TikTok and Instagram and all that good stuff. We're out of here. Peace.
Tell that you got that weird country music at the end.
Huh?